Hi, my name is Jared Basansony. Most of you guys who see this video will be coming from the forums where I am pearl.fc2. I replied using this video as a reply to a thread for the sticky steering problem. Currently in the process of switching out the steering rack right now. So since I have the new steering rack right there, I'm just gonna go ahead and test out and figure out the issue with the current one that's in there. If I found the issue, realistically, it's all right here. The motor seems fine. I don't think it's the motor, so that can like void that out so that way people in the future don't have to buy a new motor. How it works is it basically has this little plastic bushing right here. Well, this acts like a bushing, and it just shoves right inside of there, and then you have these little grooves right there that meet up with this. So this is connected to this worm gear right here, which spins this big plastic gear, which this is basically just a pinion, and then you have your rack right here. So you see this worm gear, it spins this big plastic gear. Now the issue is right here, there was a lack of grease, and I'm not sure how it ended up getting that lack of grease, but it did have a lack of grease in here. And what that caused was the worm gear rubbing against this plastic and making a click noise. I'll actually insert a clip right now of that. You can actually hear the noise in here. Listen. It's actually the noise, like. So now it's no longer creating that sound anymore, and that's because in that video you'll notice that there's a big glob of the grease sitting on the actual worm gear itself, and that's because I physically grabbed that with my finger and put it on there. But before I worked it into the gear, I wanted to get that video clip of it first. So inside of here now, you'll hear that now that I've gotten that grease through the worm gear, you can actually see it on the worm gear better than it was in the video. And I actually spun it to full lock this way and full lock that way. The sound is no longer there. And I can no longer get it to stick or replicate that sound. This is not a confirmed fix for the issue, by the way. It's just, you know, all just kind of theory. And I do want to test this, but also I don't want to, I have a road trip coming up, so I don't want to take all the effort to put this back into the car, even though, because I have the new one. So this might be put off until I get that, I get the trip done. But what this would be able to tell is if there is a cheap fix rather than just replacing the entire steering rack, because right now, physically, the sound is not there anymore. And it's just the sticking sound, and this actually gets resistance on it. As you can see in the video, you can see as soon as it breaks loose, it like jumps basically, almost like that. That's me like manually doing it. But as you hear, it's completely dead silent. So yeah, seems to be able to be done completely at home. Now I'm gonna knock on wood right now, but you just have to get somebody to program this setup for you. I have a guy who works at a Honda dealership who's gonna be bringing the computer to come program this for me. And so that's all good, but realistically, you just get this subframe out. I'm gonna link to a video in the description of this video and in the thread that I'm gonna be, well, the post I'm gonna be commenting on the thread that I referenced earlier that kind of explains it. The video goes into depth on how to get this subframe out. And the only thing I would do differently in the video is don't take out your axles. I didn't take out my axles, it's not necessary, but the subframe is necessary to drop. It'll just make it really easy, and then you can bring the entire assembly inside and you can finish working on it in the AC, so why not? Doing the entire thing where I, you know, put this all back together and put it back into my car with extra grease right here. I'll be sure to update this video to let you guys know in the future, or update the thread, but I believe this is just the issue right here. So I'm gonna test that theory so that way we can see if there's a cheap fix or workaround to this issue. Y'all have a great day.